Hello, it is a dark episode for January the 24th, 2026. And I'm reading Ruth at the moment by Kate Riley. And there's this moment where Ruth herself, who is a woman in a Hutterite community, very hemmed in, very kind of controlled, subjugated, I guess. I mean, they all are, in a way, all to God's will. I mean, there are people who are above them, who are elders, but she actually reflects at one point saying, like, she actually prefers being not in a position of power, and that she would think it would be quite a burden to be someone who was in control, who was privy to whatever the secrets of the Brotherhood are. Brotherhood being what the Hutterite kind of refers to themselves of, and it's a brotherhood, not sisterhood or whatever. And there's sort of, you kind of get that sense of like, there is that in people, in myself, of this idea of submission to God's will, submission to other people's wills, is actually comforting, or is comfortable, perhaps even pleasurable. Not to be too TMI, but I do think of that in my own makeup of what I find rousing is submission. Can be, I probably got more of the submissive side than I do have a dominant side. And it's that just kind of pleasure of lack of control, which is odd, because a lot of people, you talk about the locus of control, the sense that, which I think I also have a good healthy sense of, which is what's probably illusory feeling that you control the course of your life, that you can, you influence it, and you're mostly in control of your life, which, you think about the accident of where you were born in the world, whether you're born a man or woman, whether you're born somebody with, a disability, or on the other hand, somebody who is like, highly gifted. These are none of these things were things that you actually had control of. I don't have control of, as I was biking home, one of the vehicles could have just plowed right through me and killed me. I have no control over that. That is something that I am at the whim of chance, of being in the wrong place at the wrong time, of somebody else losing focus, looking down at the phone at the wrong moment, and I'm a bloody pancake on the road. So it's that kind of interesting push-pull of you want to be in control. I have control freak. I mean, I think maybe that's part of where submissiveness comes in for me in parts of kind of a sexual life, because there's a lot of other ways that I'm very much a control freak. I'd like to have things a certain way. I like to shape things. I'd say in my professional life, being somebody who is kind of fairly precise and tries to kind of order things in a kind of a nice, regular kind of way, is probably a value to other, the people that I serve, that I assist and serve, and I'm doing service for, I guess. I bring that kind of stability into their lives, which I do believe is appreciated and valuable, and makes their lives a lot easier. So, yeah. So I was just thinking about that. I guess an interesting push-pull of submission and control submission, domination, of control and lack of control. And I definitely see this in the character of Ruth in the book, of somebody who, she's a lot of ways very willful, very kind of stubborn, very kind of, but it's kind of that push-pull of like, I want to let it go. I want to let go and just accept, but I can't, but I want to. And it feels good. Both can feel really great, which are contradictory, I guess. All right, I'm going to leave it there. That's my thought for the day, I guess.